What would you do if the person you loved, the one you vowed to spend forever with, suddenly looked you in the eye and asked for an open marriage? Some people would scream, some would beg, but me? I smiled, said yes, and then quietly filed for divorce the very next morning. This is how my wife thought she could play me, but I ended the game before it even began. My name is Daniel, I'm 37 years old, and I was married to Emily for nearly 10 years. At first, everything seemed perfect. We built a home together, shared dreams of travel, kids, and growing old side by side. Emily was charming, ambitious, and everyone thought we were the couple that had it all. But sometimes, what looks perfect on the outside hides the ugliest cracks on the inside. For months, I noticed changes in Emily. She stayed out late, glued to her phone, laughing at messages she wouldn't show me. Whenever I asked, she brushed it off as just work. I wanted to trust her, but something in my gut told me things weren't right. Then one evening, while we were having dinner, Emily put down her fork, looked me straight in the eye, and said, "Daniel, I want an open marriage." At first, I thought I misheard. I asked her to explain, and she did, without hesitation. She claimed she still loved me, but she wanted freedom, to explore, to keep things exciting. She even suggested rules, like we'd always be honest with each other and still come home to one another. She said it like she was offering me a gift. Inside, my heart was breaking. This wasn't about excitement. It was about her already having someone else. But instead of arguing, instead of begging her to change her mind, I simply smiled and said, "If that's what you want, then sure." She looked relieved, even happy, thinking she had convinced me. She had no idea what was coming. That night, she kissed me goodnight, humming to herself like nothing was wrong. But while she slept peacefully, I stayed awake, staring at the ceiling, planning my next move. By morning, I had made my decision. I contacted a lawyer, gathered the necessary documents, and by noon, the divorce papers were filed. I didn't scream. I didn't accuse. I simply took action. When Emily came home later that day, she was glowing, acting like she'd won some kind of prize. She casually mentioned she was going out with friends later in the week. That's when I slid the papers across the table and said, "You wanted freedom? Here it is." The color drained from her face. She stammered, "Wait, Daniel, I didn't mean for us to break up. I just wanted to try something new." But I didn't budge. I told her, "You don't ask for an open marriage when you're already married. What you wanted wasn't love. It was permission to betray me." The next weeks were chaos. Emily begged, cried, even accused me of overreacting. My parents supported me fully, but her family called me cruel for not giving her another chance. The truth? I was done giving chances. The divorce went through quickly, and I made sure I got my share of everything. Emily's freedom turned out to be a nightmare. The man she was secretly seeing ghosted her once the truth came out. Her so-called friends disappeared too. Meanwhile, I built a new life, peaceful, independent, and free of lies. Now, years later, Emily sometimes tries to reach out, sending messages about how she misses me, but I never respond. Because once someone shows you that your love is just a game to them, you walk away and never look back. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger. It's calm, decisive action that leaves the betrayer with exactly what they asked for. If you liked the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications.